You will recall that in the previous video, I asked for saves. I asked for a save percentage that starts with a 9. I didn't ask for a hat trick, but I'll never say no to a hat trick. Charlie Lindgren, Dylan Strome, they deliver big time in this one. Caps win. Let's talk about it, babes. First period, Caps creating good chances for themselves early, including one where Alex Ovechkin and Dylan Strome set Anthony Beauvillier up for a wide open net, and he somehow hits the post instead of putting it in. But regardless, a good start by the Caps. Caps then draw the game's first power play. Tom Wilson getting hacked on a semi-break after Pierre-Luc Dubois sent him in with a beautiful pass. And the Caps don't waste much time at all on this first power play of the game for them. Dylan Strome, his 27th goal of the season, assisted by Pierre-Luc Dubois and Rasmus Sandin. 1-0 Caps. And the Caps power play as a whole in the month of April has gone 8 for its last 20. So that is exactly what you want heading into the Stanley Cup playoffs. And roughly halfway through the first period, the Caps also lead the Islanders in scoring chances 5-0. So just a great start by the road team here at UBS Arena. Then, after the referees miss a clear penalty on the New York Islanders, as Dylan McIlrath has the stick slashed right out of his hands, they then, on the same shift, call a penalty against the Caps instead. Just no shame there. None at all. The referees getting into playoff mode already, I see. Anyways, the Caps kill off the Islanders' power play, and so it remains 1-0. And that is how the first period would end. And so we head to the second period, where the Caps go up 2-0 here. And on this goal, listen, okay, I have been saying it for a few games now, but Alex Ovechkin is already playing playoff hockey. He blasts in there on the forecheck, absolutely cranks the Islanders defender, takes the puck off of him after that heavy hit, and feeds it out front on a beautiful pass to Dylan Strome in the slot. And Strome finishes it for his 28th goal of the season already, a new career high for Stromer there. But yeah, this goal, folks, all about Alex Ovechkin. Forecheck, body check, beautiful pass. Ovi gets the primary assist, the only assist on this goal, and his Washington Capitals are up, like I said, 2-0. And that is how the second period would end. But yeah, you absolutely love to see that from Alex Ovechkin. Getting ready right now for the playoffs, his Capitals are, and he is leading by example. Like I said, I've been saying it for a few games now, but he is already playing playoff hockey. That is for sure. Leading the way, leading the charge, showing the boys what needs to be done, how they need to play. You absolutely love that from Alex Ovechkin. Third period, and more than halfway through the third period, Charlie Lindgren, okay, working on a shutout in this game, and unfortunately, Nick Dowd, he scores here on the wrong net on his own goaltender, Charlie Lindgren. Man, that sucks. I really wanted the shutout for Chucky in this game, but yeah, Dowd here, unfortunately, he's trying to clear this puck from the crease. He's trying to do the right thing here. Unfortunately, he just miscalculates it slightly and puts it into the corner of his own net. So Washington Capitals 3, New York Islanders 0, really, as the Caps have scored all 3 goals in this game. The problem is that, yeah, one of them was on their own net. So unfortunately, the official scoreboard reads 2-1. But not to worry, because Dylan Strome would get out there and get the empty net goal to complete the hat trick. His first hat trick as a member of the Washington Capitals. So well deserved by him. And yeah, Tom Wilson and Nick Dowd getting the assists on this one, making sure to get that puck to Strome, like I said, for the hat trick. So 29th goal of the season now for Dylan Strome. puts his Capitals up 3-1 late here. And yeah, the Islanders, they could not get anything going after that. And so that would be your final score. The Washington Capitals defeating the New York Islanders at UBS Arena 3-1. So yeah, Charlie Lindgren was great in this game. He stopped 32 of 33 Islanders shots, only allowed the 1 goal to his own teammate. And yeah, he was great. He really was. And he really, really needed this one. So great to see Chucky getting back on the horse a bit there with a very solid performance. That should be a little bit of a confidence booster for him. Logan Thompson, by the way, is skating again. He was on the ice at practice with his Capitals teammates. So no word yet on exactly when Logan Thompson might be able to return, but it does seem as if he is trending in a positive direction ahead of the playoffs as well. And yeah, the Caps were resting guys tonight. No John Carlson again, no Jacob Chikrin again, in addition to still no Alexei Protas and Logan Thompson, like I said. But it didn't matter. They played very well. The Washington Capitals did. All right, babes, that is going to be it for this one. Yeah, just one more game left here in the regular season for the Washington Capitals. They will be on the road again, this time in Pittsburgh to take on the rival Penguins. And that is the Caps' last game, like I said, of the regular season. Still no word yet on their schedule for the Stanley Cup playoffs, as the league, I'm sure, is waiting to find out who the Caps will be facing. Will it be the Montreal Canadiens or will it be the Columbus Blue Jackets? I am waiting to find that out as well. If you all are wondering where the podcast episode is for this week, I am waiting to find out who the Caps will be facing in round 1, as that is what I wanted to do for this week's podcast episode, is a playoff preview of that first round for the Caps. So still waiting here to find out who they will be facing. But yeah, that will be exciting once we can start talking about that. So yeah, not much left to say here for the regular season. Caps, like I said, just one game left here. I would assume that they probably will be resting quite a few guys for that game in Pittsburgh as well. And we will see, you know, what happens with the guys who are injured here, as far as like Alexei Protas, like I said, Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, as I said, has been skating, so it'll be interesting to see if they try to get him in for the last regular season game. I'm leaning towards probably not. They probably would like to see him get a few more practices under his belt first. The Caps do have Clay Stevenson, who they have called up from the Hershey Bears. Could we see him get his first NHL start in that game against the Penguins? That would be pretty exciting, you know, to kind of make a game that really doesn't mean anything at all, mean something at least, with that being potentially, like I said, Clay Stevenson's first National Hockey League start. That would be exciting, but we will see what happens. And yeah, babes, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for being here all season. It has been an absolute blast. One more game to go here in the regular season, and then we will, of course, be making these post-game reaction videos for every single playoff game that the Washington Capitals play this season, which hopefully will be a lot of them. I would love to do this for 2 more months still. So yeah, babes, like I said, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, and as always, baby, let's go Caps.